Cool.
So here we are with Eyehategod. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm happy to be here, and it's a good. This is our last show of the tour, so we're happy to be here in Helsinki. We love our fans here.
Has it been a long one, the tour?
It has, but it's been fun. So when you're having fun, the 3 weeks go by like it's been like a week and a half, you know. So it feels like we just left home, but yeah, it's over now. This is it. So, but
This is the final, the most amazing gig then tonight, for
it
sure,
will
right?
be the most amazing gig tonight, of course.
For sure. So you guys are flying back to New Orleans then after today, or?
Yeah, tonight actually. After we play, and then we go to the airport for like 4 a.m, and then we go home, back to my dogs and my wife and my friends and everything. So I like to be on tour, but being home is nice as well.
Yeah, and I guess like that's the time when you can also potentially concentrate on making music as well, or like how's the music making process for you guys nowadays?
Well, this year we decided to take a lighter touring schedule so that we can write some new music, because we were talking about last year of doing some kind of new music, for like a new, maybe like an EP or something like that, just something new. And last year we spent about 5 months on the road, like in a row. And so we don't ever write during those periods, because when we come home, we're kind of, there's things that we have to take care of at home, and then it's time to leave to go on tour again. So this year we took off for the first 4 months of the year, and we started writing for the new record. And throughout the year we have like we had this tour, we have a short tour in Australia, a short tour in the U.S., couple of small gigs here and there, but mostly we have some time open to write new music. That's the goal for this year, so that maybe by next year we'll have something new for you to hear.
Well, hopefully that'd be great.
For sure.
Where do you draw like your? I know it's such a like a cliche to ask. It's like, where do you draw your inspiration from? But I mean, like, is there something that has really touched you lately, or something like that you really feel like that you want to make songs out of?
Yeah, I guess when I first got into this kind of music, I was attracted to like hardcore and punk rock predominantly, some metal, of course, but it was what inspired me to start playing music, was listening to hardcore and punk, because you kind of felt like you could, even as just being like someone in the audience, that it was something that you were capable of doing. And so that has always kind of driven me. And within the last few years, there's like a new surge of new hardcore bands, that are like really like 80s style hardcore, like kind of the music we grew up with. And so I've been listening to a lot of these kind of bands, because it really does like kind of, I guess maybe reignite your youthful inspiration.
Fair enough.
Because we're still like old punk rockers, but every once in a while there's like a wave of music that comes through where you feel re-inspired by, what's going on. And also the world we live in is not exactly like a happy place right now. And the upside of that is that it produces good music, in our genre, like it always, whenever there's like some unrest or problems in society, it seems like the time when the best music comes from people, because you feel emotionally invested in what you're doing. So even though we're not like we're not really political, we've always jammed for the sake of playing music and for the love of Black Flag and Melvins and Flipper and all these bands. but the social component also kind of contributes to your feelings, you know. So even though we're not like, you know, we don't have any kind of political opinion, I really don't. The climate of unrest kind of provides for a good foundation of making good new music, you know.
Yeah, if you just have like a sense of, you know, if you're a sensible human being, like thinking like what's right, what's wrong, that already seems to be a political thing nowadays, like wanting to do the right thing.
Yeah, I think it's kind of an important thing to want to do the right thing, and so maybe by playing our music, that's our right thing to do. You know, that's
Definitely.
how we contribute to things getting better. Make some new music.
I love that. And well, you are coming from the punk, you know, like that's your foundation and stuff. And then you guys, it's more like sludge and that kind of like stuff nowadays. Like for me, like New Orleans and sludge, it seems like a funky combination, but maybe I'm just completely ignorant. Like, was that a big thing when you guys started with that?
When this band started, there wasn't sludge. There was like hardcore, there was thrash, there was like punk bands, there was like post-punk, you know, all these different genres. But this band, I wasn't an original member. I've been with them for 22 years, but they've been together for 36.
Jesus,
And
wow.
yeah, 36 years. I was there.
Amazing.
I was like a little 15 or 16-year-old kid. But when Eyehategod begun, it came out of the hardcore and metal scene, and was almost like a pushback to like what, you know, like everybody prided themselves on being like, you know, tight, you know, as a musician, or you know, everything's like really, you know, precise and everything. And Eyehategod came and kind of in the same fashion that Flipper did, like where we felt that the same thing could be expressed at a different tempo and with less attention to the, you know, how good you are as a player and everything, is more of a feeling, you know, with the feedback and noise and everything, you know. So when the band started, there wasn't really a scene for it. You know, there was very few people, relatively speaking, you know, like maybe 20, 30 people that would go see Eyehategod play in the beginning. A lot of people didn't like it because it didn't sound like everything else. But they just continued on and established a sound that is, I guess it's distinctly ours now.
So proper underground, like creating your own scene. Well, that's the best way, hey?
Yeah, but we can't completely say, like, it came from being inspired by like the Melvins and Black Flag, especially, and Black Sabbath. Like all those bands like really like had a part in shaping.
Discharge as well?
Oh, and Discharge.
They were playing here yesterday.
Yeah, we're mad we missed them.
Damn.
No, they're good friends of ours, and we're also like super fans of them. So
that's cool.
Anytime we're over here, we try to see if we could play with Discharge, you know, because it's really like a privilege to share their stage with people that we consider legendary in their own right, you know.
And I think you guys kind of like share the same kind of energy, but a slightly different way, but you know, like there's this kind of like rawness to it.
Yeah, definitely. Like there's no pretension, I guess. There's no how I guess you would say like more matter and less art.
Sweat.
Yeah, it's just really like, I mean, it's an artistic expression, but it's more blunt, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, we don't really play up any kind of image or anything. We just we're playing rock and roll is what we're here for.
Love it. And
so is Discharge.
Yes, very much so. That's so true. So this is what we're going to experience then tonight when you guys are playing, right?
Yeah, we're ready to play a great show tonight. Yeah, we're excited because this is, as I said, this is the last show of our tour. And aside from that, Helsinki is kind of a special place for us because we've been coming here for maybe like 14 years at this point. And every time that we come here, we have such a warm reception, and we have friends here now, you know, like people that are like, you know, come and visit New Orleans. We'll, you know, take them around New Orleans or whatever. But we've like developed a cool little family of friends here. and we're thankful to be here to wrap up our tour. Usually we play a couple of nights at a smaller club, like 200 or 300 people. But this is amazing. It's like 1,000 people.
Yeah, but it feels small in a way. It feels small still, kind of like intimate.
No, it does. It's like a very community-oriented scene here. Yeah, I dig that. There's a lot of people that we see every time. They're really dedicated to the music here. So it's an honor to be asked to come back here 6 months later. We just played here.
Like, they're here again. Come on.
Yeah, we're the house band.
Yeah, definitely. Exactly. Oh, hey, I'm super happy that you gave us a little time to have a chat with you. And so thank you so much for coming.
It was my pleasure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a riot. A real one.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.